Hello, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zelmont, and this is my YouTube where I pretty well mostly play Ark. I can play some other games, but for the most part I play Ark and just talk about random stuff. We'll start getting into just a local game. Sorry I haven't been around. I haven't done a video in a while. That might be a regular thing. I'm still going to keep doing videos. It's still something that I am interested in doing from time to time. I really do want to put a rant out there, and I do. I'm enjoying myself doing these videos, but it was getting to a point where it's starting to feel like a job, and right now my job is actually taking a lot more. So yeah, I'm probably going to not be making so many videos. In fact, this week this video is just going to be a long form video. I might, after releasing it as a long form, as almost essentially as one of my supercuts, I might cut it up into little segments, but for the most part, today's episode is going to be a long form episode where I get into a few different topics. So here we'll get into this map, Genesis 2. Gen 2. But welcome to the channel. If you find yourself enjoying today's episode, don't forget to leave a like, comment, let me know your thoughts, and feel free to subscribe. If ever there gets a point where I happen to have enough subscribers and get enough views that I can make a job out of this, I would definitely be putting a lot more into this. So yeah, if you find yourself enjoying, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm, and it does. Yeah, I guess I still have, while I'm loading into a single player here, I am still on the Drema server. I haven't been playing as much. Like I say, I've been busy, but I have still been logging in just to refresh stuff. But because I've been more limited play time and whatnot, and like right now, the kids are out of school, so whereas before I could kind of, on my day off, I could kind of get some truly alone time to play the game. I don't get that anymore. I need to be able to get up and go more often. And single player offers that, right? I can literally pause the game, whereas you can't do that with online play for obvious reasons. But yeah, I still am on Drema. And there's another server that I started on, some Ultimate Survivor, which is basically, it's just like 2 times, and like otherwise it's more grindy, closer to official kind of server cluster. But I don't know. I'm not very far into it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be staying there. Like I say, I haven't had enough time to do anything, so yeah, I probably end up letting that one go. Anyways, recent news: Jason Aldean. Try that in a small town. Y'all heard the controversy, I'm sure. For me, it's another one of those examples of how they're going to lie right to your face and think that you're not going to, and act like there's no way you're ever going to figure it out, right? Like, literally lie right to your face. Because, well, just go give the song a watch yourself on YouTube. Go give it a listen. Like, they're making a big stink about it, and like he's calling out racism and violence, and then they're trying to call him racist and violent and cancel him, and and it's clearly a concerted effort between your media giants. I support Jason Aldean. I'm not much of a country person. I listen to a little bit, but like, yeah, no. When they're gonna try and cancel you like that, I'm gonna try and keep you up. If they want to cancel you, they want to do it for a reason, and that's reason enough for me to want to keep you around. And I mean, it's true, like you think try one of them riots in a small town. It's not gonna go over. Try spewing that stuff around here. It's not gonna work. That's just the truth. It's the truth for a lot of places, both in Canada and the States. Yeah, starting a little project here. It's a circle, Ma. I'm trying to circle, and I'm seeing how it works out with me doing like a kind of a repeating pattern, more or less. Because the way it goes right now, from what I can see, is I can get it to this, third bit out, like a radius of 3 squares, more or less. Right? But I can't. I want to try and. I don't feel that that's quite as big as I'd like, so I'd like it, even if I could just get one, but with the one, it doesn't go right. So I'm like playing with it right now to kind of see if I go out a little bit more, if I can get back to a full circle. Which I would think that I should be able to, right? I'm just how big do I need to go to get back to a proper circle, right? We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Maybe that third is the biggest. This particular circle one will go. We'll see. We will see. What else was that? Oh, well, yeah, focus small and expand. With the world that's so crazy, like where like literally like all your major media are all going to conglomerate together to literally lie to your face and expect you to not realize that they're lying to your face. Like, what do you do in a world like that? Like, that's a pretty messed up world. And that is legitimately the world that we find ourselves living in these days. And some people might give into despair or panic in the face of something like that, of that sudden realization of, wow, like we really live in that world. And it's like, yeah, we do, but it's not the end of the world. It's just another part of the story. It's just as the pendulum swings. And in that, it's focus small and expand outwards. Focus in on you and your personal. For the most part, day-to-day life still goes on the way it always has, and it for the most part will continue to. And you can kind of focus in on that small, focus in on your family and your personal friends and how life is still normal, so that you don't completely lose yourself in, for the most part, things that you can't affect. All we can do as normal people is what I'm doing here and what I see lots of other people doing, and where you just don't. The silent majority is real, and don't forget it. Speak, and the silent. There is coming a point right now that the silent majority needs to stop being silent. We need to start putting our foot down and saying, no, this is clearly backwards. I'm no longer going to let you say up is down and down is up and tell me I'm crazy when I'm telling you, I'm sorry, I don't agree with you. You know? And then it's exactly that. Like, so focus small and don't give in to the lies. Recognize that they are, in fact, lies. And that you're not alone in seeing that they are lies. You know, we all see that it's lies. All of us see that they're literally lying to it, especially like I say with this Jason Aldean song, Try That in a Small Town. What they're trying to say about the song, and then you go and listen to it, and no. I can understand people who are, like, it's political, and so I can understand people who are big on being promoters of Black Lives Matter, trying to get all offended and get their panties in a bunch about it, but because of the way they're portrayed, but that's the way they really are. And I mean, now it's a big meme. You know, you got the in the upper window. It's you have the news showing the riots and the burning and with the little banner saying mostly peaceful, right? And then in the bottom window is the Jason Aldean song with him singing and racist and violent. It's like, wow, and it really is that. It really is that, and we all see it. We all see it. You've been too blatant about your lies that it's now right out in the open. None of us believe you anymore. The game's over. You no longer have the power you once did. And also, be grateful for adversity. When times are tough, that's what gives a person character. That's what gives you the strength to be able to do great things. And that's a lesson that you don't learn, that you learn in hindsight. I try and point this out to especially young people, like your level, your age 20, 25. Because, they're at that point where life tends to be a bit of a, it hurts. But life hurts for all of us, and be grateful for it. The more it hurts, the greater you're going to be for having come through it. And be grateful for having that adversity to forge you into an amazing weapon that you get to use yourself. Like it's making you into a tool, but it's a tool you're in control of. You are the tool. Yes, that's right. I just said that. You're a tool. I'm a tool. I totally said it. What else here? Oh, practice the pause. None of us are perfect. None of us. Myself especially included. But what I find helps me is practicing the pause, and it's always been the thing that's helped me. I've when you want to rage out, when you want to yell, when you want to pause, breathe, then go. The reason for that is just the pause gives you a moment to reassess the situation, because look, bad things happen to all of us. There's and to a certain extent, there's nothing you can do about it. Like even if you do line everything up perfectly, bad things will still happen. But regardless of the bad things that happen to you, you will always have power over the way you react to it. The pause lets you live in that moment and really practice that okay, well, how am I going to react to this? This has happened, but which way am I going with it? And typically sure, you can go negative, you can yell, you can scream, you can get mopey, you can cry, but going negative leads to more negative. Going more positive, just buckling down and being positive about being grateful that, well, at least I made it through it, that leads to more positive outcomes in and of itself, right? So it's the pause lets you really assess that, okay, I actually have a choice here. So the pause is really it's really a big secret, I find. Another secret that I've found to life, I think I've alluded to it in other episodes before, but I just really want to reiterate it. Selfless is self-serving. If you really want yourself to do well, stop thinking of yourself. Just try and do a good job. Just try and help the people around you out the most, and be useful. And and that's one of those perspective things, because that's not being the nice guy just means that you get used. Absolutely, 100%. You're absolutely correct. But you know what it means when you're being used? It means you're useful. At least for a man, there's nothing worse in this world than being useless. You know what? I'm fine being used because the more I'm used, the more useful I know I am. The more useful I've proven I am. You know? It's all a perspective. And like I say, when it comes to being self-serving, selfless actually is the best. More comes to you when you just throw yourself into something than when you're tiptoeing in going, well, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? You know, so like you really, when you finally are able to give up that self is when you will truly reap the rewards. But it's just one of the conundrums of life. Everything I find in this life is really dualities that like they're opposing. You can't quite understand how like these two could like be opposing and work together so perfectly, but it is. Oh. The other thing I just want to say before I call today's episode is do not sweat the small stuff. You know, the little stuff in life, don't sweat it. How does that hurt? That's not weird. Whatever. But yeah, don't sweat the small stuff. Like I've already said before, you know, like there's going to be stuff in life all the time, and no matter what stage you are in your life, and the day-to-day stuff you can't sweat it. There's times that you just literally gotta more or less ignore it, like just get over it. It's not worth the hassle. You can go and you can yell about it, you can make a big deal about it. But at the end of the day, is anything actually going to change? What's the outcome going to be from you having gone and made it into a big deal? Did things actually get solved? Or did you just get aggravated and upset and ruin at least a part of your day for nothing? Which is the case for a lot of the small stuff. And all the small stuff is people are people. People screw up. It's not like a person meant to not do this or do that. And when you make a big deal out of that little thing that was just an accident, there was no malicious intent, well, nothing's going to come of it anyways, and you just got yourself cranked up for nothing. So don't sweat the small stuff. But other than that, that's kind of all I want. All I got written down for today's episode. Like I say, today I think it's going to be a longer form. I didn't even time this video. I just had this little bit of list of stuff that kind of ran together, right? The Jason Aldean tried in a small town controversies. Just it shows how crazy the world is. How they're literally trying to lie to your face, and that because you know that's such a it is. The world is messed right up. But you know, don't let that warp your sense of self, because focus small and expand outward. Be grateful for that adversity. Practice the pause. Selfless is self-serving. Don't sweat the small stuff. Till next time. So if you found yourself enjoying today's episode, please leave a like. Comment, let me know your thoughts. Did you like today's episode? Do you like my old format where I do the and I actually do cuts in between? Is there a topic that you'd really like to see me get in? Is there a build that you'd like to see me try and do? Would you like to see more of this builds? You know, I don't know when I'll get this done, because I don't get a lot of time to play right now. But yeah, if you found yourself enjoying, please leave a like, subscribe for more content, comment, let me know your thoughts, and until next time, I'm Zelma, and later. Bye.
Okay, amazing.